it. Let's do it. Let's get it while we can. Hold on. One more thing. Launched campaign. Now, let's...
Water, but first, take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for some water. Get your picture of that water. Get that picture of your water. And pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water, Now move your body and drink some water, okay? Now move your body and drink some water, fam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, family. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath. Live and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But to stay healthy, remember. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Coach the appropriate, of course. But hey, take your breath. Live and pour. Move your body. Put your ancestors drink up. You know what they say. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Take a breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. But drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Man, drink your water. Lift your glass. Take a breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Alright, family, this is the place where your hustle builds muscle. The place, the gathering place of the stubborn minority. Welcome to the congregation of the mighty, because you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. That's right. Come on, anime. Come on, let them know you here, girl. This is a Heart of Simba production, and of course you know this is the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your older paradigms. All right, family. So, yesterday we had a show. I rambled and, talked about some stuff and rambled some more. Then we got to the folk tale. It was a pretty good folk tale. But of course, the highlight of the night was playing that song. What song was we playing, Brother Hatim? Boy, it sure is just, I'm gonna wait for my washer to stop. It's some shit, right? We'll have to get another washer. These motherfuckers just don't cooperate. You know what I'm saying? So anybody selling a washer out there, let a brother know. You got a good washer. Now I have to go to the store. But I'm gonna brush my hair as if nothing is happening. Where my ancestor sheets at? Alright, so what we're going to do, there you go. We are going to play the Black Airbenders. It will be out in exactly 4 days, I think. This is Rashawn. Once again, I like this cut. So we're going to listen to it. Go ahead. again, that's Black Airbenders. Featuring Storm 9000 and Eddie Baird. Family will be available in 5 days. I'll let you know it's everywhere where you get your music at. Digital music, it'll be on deck. So, let's support Columbus talent. We talking about, I don't know. This is a different circle here. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we are going to pour our libations, or we're going to take our toast. I'm doing a dry toast today because I'm on my dry day for the fast. I'm on day 10, so we're going dry today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So, by Kuumba, we'll be back on water, and then moving into next week, we'll move back into the other stuff. But all right, so let's go and do this toast. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to our list of our illustrious ancestors and we lift up our glass. Lift up our glass and we salute the likes of Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Texana Davis, Ann Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Annalena, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tapper, John Fillard, Montague Pittman, No More Eggs, Sapet Mount Ra, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spradlin, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburgh, B.D. Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, I Go So Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrell, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargroves, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dinimon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylan Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Don O'Hare, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Vet Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raimi, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Rufus, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Alice, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee, Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekomaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patrice Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Coper, George Swan, Amelia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. On to the Black Book. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Todd, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac, Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Tremonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Hassan, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Albert Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambo. We lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors. From there we move to the present moment. We are right now, family, in the moment known as Ujima. Shouts out to all those that are Ujima born, right? Lift up our glass, keeping our pact with our past, or our ancestors, and our pact with our future generations, making sure they got space to do their stuff. We lift up Ujima. We ask you to activate your reticular formation and get on the hunt for that Ujima. Ujima's out there, it's waiting for us, right? All we got to do is find it, snap a picture of it, you know what I'm saying, and release it back out in the wild, right? For those that don't know, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. And I know this is happening in your community. I know this is happening around. I know this is happening with your family. You know, get out there and find it. The minded principle today is righteousness. Respect is the M7 principle. Blue is the color. Vibration is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwaku. Female name Akua. So we lift up our glass to this present moment. We say Ashe. From here, family, we go to our future generations. We go to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. So we lift up our glass and we salute them in advance. So when it's our time, they'll remember us. We toast and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. We move to all of our relations and we toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, we move into that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need at this point in time to move forward in your life? We lift it up. Ashe. Ask, because the ancestors creator is here right now. Next, we move on and we toast the most magnificent, spectacular, uplifting, inspiring, wise, kind, beautiful, and strongest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you and I salute. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Brother Hatim is out. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a great day.